Greetings from Cybertron. This is Soundjack here with a Q&A for my 100 subscriber milestone. Woo!
Yay!
Oh yeah, Alyssa's here too. Hi, say hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. See what I did there?
Anyway,
Oh man, I'm so clever.
So if you didn't know, I did hit 100 subscribers as of the current recording of this. We're actually at 109 subscribers, so that's exciting.
Yay! So great.
Only 991 to go before 891 to go before I can become a YouTube ad partner again.
Getting there, slow crawl, but it's happening.
Yes, it is. It's going, and it's gonna keep going. I say again like I was, but like I was just close enough when they pulled the distance line, the finish line. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. For those of you that didn't know that I was having that I hit 100 subscribers, know that I wanted to hold this Q&As to just take questions from the audience and be like, yeah, this is stuff about me that you want to know. So we got a handful of questions. Probably not enough to fill this whole thing out. So then after we get through the questions that some of my subscribers have given me, Alyssa also has a series of extra questions that she's going to ask me. I do know all of the questions from my subscribers who submitted through both Twitter and my YouTube. Yeah, but Alyssa pulled hers from a bunch of different places, mostly Reddit. So seems like we'll have some interesting questions. But Alyssa is going to be the one asking the questions. So.
Okay. So our first question is from Mateo Potato at Mateo Potato, and they ask, "Do I just comment on the announcement video or on here being Twitter?" And I believe the answer to that question is yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do both. You can't anymore since the Q&A happened, but when I posted the video, I said you could either comment on the video announcing the Q&A contest, or you could just at me at Twitter. When he asked that, I answered him honestly, and then afterward I thought, oh wait, it's a joke, isn't it? And then he responded, no, I was actually serious. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. And then he asked another legitimate question. So.
Yep. But in the future, if you ever do want to ask Soundjack a question, add him on Twitter or in the YouTube comments would be good.
Yeah. Keep asking me questions. Maybe I'll do another.
The next question is again from Mateo Potato. He says, "What got you into Transformers in the first place, and what is your favorite figure in your collection, not based on character?"
Okay. So when I got into Transformers, it was around 2005 to 2006. I don't remember exactly when I started, but I remember starting watching the Transformers Cybertron cartoon. I don't remember how I found out about it. I don't remember what the first episode I saw of it was, but all I remember is that once I found it, I was like, I loved it. I remember making sure I got up at 6 a.m. every day to make sure I watched the episodes.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I watched the episodes. I got some of the Cybertron figures from that line. And then the movies came out, and my dad took me to the movies, and he has thought that he was responsible for introducing me to Transformers because of the movies, but that is not true. Also, I think when they came out, I was technically too young for them.
For the movies? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That was 2007, and I'm only going to be turning 23 this year in the year of 2018, so I was 12. When they came out.
Yeah, those movies definitely were too old for you. I mean,
yeah, I do not remember any of the first time I watched it. Honestly,
you're probably like, "Oh, pretty explosions." That's kind of how everyone feels when they watch a Michael Bay movie. Oh, pretty explosions.
But no, yeah, Cybertron was how I got into it. Though I will also say I did rent I did rent the original animated movie from Blockbuster. Yes, when those were still a thing. And I watched it, and I thought, and because I didn't understand that it was a separate thing, I thought it was a prequel to the Cybertron cartoon. Because I thought Unicron exploding was they explained like the black hole was caused by Unicron's death. So I thought it was from his death in the movie, and I completely forgot about the whole Rodimus Prime and Optimus. So I was just like, wait, Optimus is back now? Okay.
Nice.
I just remember being that confused about the continuity. Though definitely by the time Revenge of the Fallen rolled around, I had found the wiki and definitely like knew stuff.
And the rest is history.
Oh, yes, it is. But for his other question, favorite figure in my collection, barring character. I did have to think about this one before the podcast because I was positive I wouldn't be able to think off the top of my head. But honestly, if I just for the figure itself, I'd have to go with Trypticon. Honestly, it's so big, it's so bulky, yet it can do so much. It's great. It's wonderful.
You are really in love with that.
I probably would have picked like Primus is also great, but like he does have like weird transformation bits. His feet are weird. He's got a weird butt flap going on. I don't really have like a very solid Wheeljacker Soundwave that I like. Like I got the animated Soundwave, and that's really cool. I don't have any Masterpiece to like be like drooling over or anything. Not that I really want Masterpiece figures. I'm just saying that like it could have been it probably would have been a Masterpiece figure if I had Masterpiece figures, or I'd still been completely enthralled by Trypticon. But Masterpiece could have competed more. But like in terms of just overall quality of a figure, I think Trypticon, Titans Return Trypticon specifically. I do not have any G1 Trypticon, unfortunately, but I do have Titans Return Trypticon, and I think that was probably the best figure in my collection.
Cool. I don't have a lot to say about this question.
No, we don't.
So we'll just move on, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So our next question comes in from _Zeus. Also his official shout-outs to his his like, not his handle, but his like name, which is _Drama Queen type Trypticon Zeus.
Yes.
That's pretty funny. And he asks, how does it feel to be forehead twins with Jax films? And I'll put the actual tweet up here so you can see the comparison. And I gotta say, I think he's pretty on point there.
Yeah.
Like he is. You both do have very like similar foreheads.
I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that, Zeus, because it is actually a fact that Jax Films and myself are, in fact, twins. We were both born in England, but unfortunately our parents couldn't afford to pay for both of us, so I was adopted by a family in the U.S., and then I grew up and I bought a tank for $10,000, and wait, hold on. That's Gaia's backstory.
Nice.
Or Chris, because now she's going by Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had a Twitter poll on the Steel City bots, and they asked like, do people want me to stay by my old my handle name or my real name? And they voted for real name, so everyone call it Chris now. Oh, by the way, plugs for Steel City bots because I'm over there. Nerdy Geek Talk. I'm on the Steel City Bots podcast. I have fun talks about Transformers news. There's probably going to be a lot of that this week since Toy Fair's happening. Check that out. Sorry for
plug. We'll mention more about it at the end of this.
Yes.
So I know this question was directed at me, but I will say that I've gotten a lot of comparisons between me and Shaun White. Fun fact. Especially when he still had like his longer hair. My hair is very much like him.
I mean, also a lot of people think you look like Merida from Brave.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
And you cosplayed as her before you even saw the bloody movie.
I know. Look. I've seen it now, so people can't get angry about that anymore. All right. So now our next question is from LemmyBro66 or LemmyBro66, and they ask, "What's your favorite Transformers continuity?"
Oh God, this question.
I mean, I don't know about you, but mine is definitely Combine Wars. Like, high quality.
That's not even a joke. That's just sad.
Not really, though.
Okay.
No.
So, for overall continuity, not just cartoon or film or comic book or whatever, overall continuity, I would have to go with animated.
Okay.
Since while I also love Prime, it's got a whole lot of a jumbled mess going on since there was some people thought they were all everything put out for the Alien continuity was all supposed to be one thing, but technically that wasn't true, and then they tried to course correct, and the whole continuity is a bit of a mess. Prime alone is great. Prime standing by itself is great. Everything else is a mess. And then Beast Wars, my other favorite continuity, is also tied to the G1 continuity. So, and G1, because of how big it is, that is also a mess within itself.
Right.
So if I had to go with overall continuity, definitely animated. It was very tight-knit. It was small, but it was very tight-knit. A lot of good backstory, a lot of good details, especially with the Allspark Almanacs. And even the cartoon itself was wonderful. It's great. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Okay. And then our next question is from PCM Reviews. And they ask, if you got to choose the next masterpiece figure to be made, who would it be?
I'm trying to think of a joke answer to go along with my serious answer.
Okay.
But my serious answer, joke answer, Masterpiece Unicron, 100% in scale with the current Masterpiece figures. So then I'm just going to move into Triptychon, to Unicron. Did I say Triptychon or Unicron?
You said Triptychon and then Unicron.
Okay, I meant Unicron. Masterpiece Unicron, so that they're 100% in scale with the current Masterpiece figures. Then I just move into Unicron's body as my house. Because it'd be so massive if it had to be in scale.
That's true.
It'd probably be bigger than my apartment. But for serious answer, Beast Wars Tarantulas. Because
I'm a fan of spiders. I'm down.
We got Dinobot. Dinobot's my favorite Maximal. Tarantula's my favorite Predacon. Make it happen. I know Megatron is next, and that also looks awesome. But make it happen. But also, please don't make it $250. I really want Dinobot. But that's a lot for a Dinobot.
Cool. So the next couple questions are from Eric Cronover from Still City Bots.
Yeah,
so thanks to him for inundating us with questions. So the first question of his is, what's your middle name?
My middle name is obviously Soundjack. That was my birth middle name, and that's why I chose it as the title of my channel. No, I'm kidding. Serious answer, middle name is Joseph.
My middle name is Anne, in case you're curious. Fun fact, I think my parents didn't really care when they gave me my middle name. I'm pretty sure I remember my mom saying oh yeah, we just thought of something. I'm like, good.
Fun fact, my mom wanted my first name to be Joseph, but my dad was like, no, we're naming him Michael because he is Michael. Though I'm technically not a Michael Jr. because we have different middle names. His middle name's Thomas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay,
and then our second question is, what's your favorite Bisque toy? Which obviously Eric had to ask.
The deluxe, the warrior class, not the deluxe, the warrior class Bisque. Though obviously a very close second would be the Masterpiece Bisque.
My favorite kind of bisque is right off the stove,
Yeah.
with some crackers in it. Yeah. I love that kind of bisque.
Yeah. Great bisque.
My
great
favorite. All right. And then the next question is, what is your credit card number and social security number? Eric.
My credit card number is no way, and my social security number is Jose.
Imagine if you actually typed that in. If like someone asked you for social security number, like we're at JO. Those aren't numbers. Are you sure?
Hacked.
Oh my god. And then next question is: would you be an Autobot or a Decepticon?
Definitely an Autobot.
Yeah, I can't see you as an Autobot.
Well, definitely in
say, what?
While definitely like IDW continuity, Decepticons had very like noble intentions going in.
Yeah.
By the time the war started, no.
Yeah.
No. As much as I adore Soundwave and love to be one of his cassette partners, I'd have to be an Autobot.
Cool. You can be one of Blaster's partners.
Yeah, but Blaster's not as cool. Like he's still cool, but not as cool.
Gotcha. I would. Part of me wants to say Decepticon just because purple's one of my favorite colors, but in reality, I also would probably be an Autobot. But also in reality, I probably would be one of those people like, why not neither? Hashtag neutrality. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then our last question from Eric is: do you like Kentucky Fried Chicken as much as Overlord does? Quick trick question: nobody does. I mean, I definitely don't like Kentucky Fried Chicken as much as Overlord does, mostly because I don't think I've ever actually been inside a KFC before, or if I have, it was so long ago that I don't remember it.
I mean, I definitely don't love Kentucky Fried Chicken as much as Overlord does. It's been so long, and I remember last time I had it, I didn't care for it too much. But I mean, of course, Overlord has to love Kentucky Fried Chicken. He's Colonel Sanders. He founded Kentucky Fried Chicken. The more you know. A giant alien murderous robot founded a fast food chain.
Yeah. All right. So now we have gone through all the questions that people submitted to us. So thank you if you submitted a question. We really appreciate it. And for now, to fill out the rest of the time, I'm just going to read some questions that I came up with on the fly. So, what is your biggest gaming accomplishment? So, like in a video game. I have mine.
Okay.
But what is yours?
Probably how I beat the Elite Four in my first playthrough of Sapphire.
Okay.
I had a Kyogre.
I approve.
I caught it, so I had on my team to fight the Elite Four. I think the rest of my team had fainted at that point. But my Kyogre grew a level. It got to level 60 and learned Sheer Cold, and all that was left was Steven's Metagross. And I hit it, and I won.
Nice. That's a clutch moment right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. For me, I think I've sort of two. One is that I have 100% completed Spyro Year of the Dragon. So, I think it's one of the few games that I've done 100% of. And then my other one is I beat the Cave of Ordeals, which is a 50-floor dungeon in Legends of the Twilight Princess. And it's all a combat dungeon without dying once.
Mm-hmm.
On my first try.
Nice.
That took a long time. It took like a whole day of me like approaching things, and a lot of what made it good was that I tried to like figure out what enemies the thing is, and I think the one thing that I think people don't realize when they're tackling the Cave of Ordeals is that the ball and chain, which is one of the like dungeon items you get, and it isn't really that useful in most scenarios, but in the Cave of Ordeals it is very useful. There are like a couple enemies in that dungeon that totally hate the ball and chain. Choo-choos go down real easily because when they get really large, you can when you swing it over your head, they lunge at you. It hits them. The re-deads are weak as hell to ball and chain. And normally those guys are a pain in the butt because they freeze you if they yell. So if you just swing them out at them, they die pretty quick. And then the hardest part of it was at the same time. That was super tough because they're sword enemies and they're really smart. So you have to know what's going on and memorize their patterns. That took me an hour just to beat that one floor.
Jeez.
But I did it. I got all the fairy fountains, and yeah, still probably one of my proudest gaming moments because it took a while to do that.
Yeah.
And the Cave of Ordeals is nothing to sneeze at. So, I'll brag a bit. It's fine. All right. His favorite Disney movie and why? And for this one, I think we can allow Marvel and Star Wars in the mix. Well, so any movie that's under the Disney umbrella.
I would only count the ones released by Disney.
Okay, so not
the original trilogy of Star Wars. Okay. They own the rights to redistribute, but they were not involved in the original creation.
That's fair. Okay.
Goodness, why?
Was this also not a good question to ask?
No, I just don't know the answer.
I see.
Wreck-It Ralph was great.
Wreck-It Ralph is a good movie. Probably one of the few movies in recent years, at least, in my opinion, that one of the best video game movies. Typically video game movies suck, but this one was good. And that's because they didn't base it on any other IPs.
Yes, they had other IPs, but they didn't base them on them. Which
is the way to go.
Incredibles is also great. I cannot wait for the sequel. Up's great.
Incredibles is wonderful. Brad Bird.
Me and Noah love Pirates of the Caribbean a whole lot. Loving the new Star Wars films. Gotta see what Black Panther is going to do to me. Guardians of the Galaxy films are great. Civil War is amazing. I can't pick. Why do you make me suffer?
So if we're gonna go with animated movies, I would probably say that it's a tie between Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. I think those two movies are superb as far as the animation and the quality of the story, and also nostalgic value. Those two movies for me are are really high up there, and I love them a lot. Live action is a little tougher for me to parse. I'm not really sure what my favorite one of those is. I'd have to think about it a little more, but I would say that Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast are up there. And as far as Pixar movies, the Toy Story series is definitely also up there for me. Mm-hmm. But I also really like WALL-E and The Incredibles too. Mm-hmm. So those are amongst my favorites. Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. So I hope that you all enjoyed our Q&A. If you liked this, let us know. We might do it in the future, hopefully with some more questions.
Yeah, and maybe more subscribers. Maybe 250 subscriber special.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and also, thank you to everyone who's been subscribing. All 109 of you. We really love you all. We're very appreciative.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know this is probably more what Soundtrack should be saying to you, but I as well for me too. Just thank you all. It's really been great, and I think Soundtrack is very happy that things have come as far as they have.
Yes.
So
it's honestly so wonderful. Even 100 subscribers this. I mean, not an unobtainable goal, but like this is an amazing goal nonetheless.
Yeah.
Like it's just a good feeling. It's like people are really caring.
Yeah, and when you think about 100 people, that's quite a few people. So
Yeah.
Thank you. Like I said, thank you all for just being supportive. Thank you for all your comments,
Yes.
and all that good stuff. And here's to hopefully another 100 subscribers in the future.
150 to next Q&A. But yeah, no, again, thank you all. I did mention in my other Q&A video that I'd have a new outro ready for this, my like Q&A announcement video. I'd have a new outro ready for this one. I don't. But let's just run through the list of everything you can follow me at. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Soundjack426. Those are the common places. I also have a Discord server. You can follow the link down in the chat. It is very dead right now, but maybe if more people come in, we could spice it up a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
You could ask me questions in there outside of like waiting for a Q&A and stuff. And stuff like that. I have a Patreon account. I haven't updated it at all, but no one has pledged to me. I will probably try to start updating, just to like show patrons interested that I am like actively updating. There's a few subscriber goals on there. $1 gets you early access to videos. $5 gets your name listed in the comments. $10 gets a shout out, as well as a choice for a photo set of figures or positions you want them in, for me to post onto my Instagram. That's pretty much the goals. Early access to videos. It depends upon the video reviews. Most of them will be try as best to between an hour and 24 hours, because sometimes the reviews do end up being finished a bit later than I'd like. So like at the very least they'll get up before you'll get access to them before the general public would. Not necessarily the best time, but I will do my best to improve upon that, to make it as early as possible, possibly like first thing in the morning or even. But there's that. I do have a Tumblr. You can check me out, Soundjack426. I haven't posted on that a long time, but I'm going to try to be at least sharing all of my new posts to there. I do have a Facebook. I'm still working on that one. I'm going to be updating that with a lot of my photo sets so that they're not modified by the Instagram square photo frame, as well as a few other things just to have general interaction there as well. I am, as I mentioned before, on the Steel City Bot, on Nerdy Geek Talk YouTube channel, mainly on the Steel City Bots podcast where we talk about Transformers news. I'm also currently on the Misaligned podcast, which goes over the lore of the Aligned continuity, since that was a fun question that was brought up before about the continuity, and we will be going to depth why the continuity of Aligned is flawed. But that is all we have to say. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. That's all I have to say. So thanks for tuning in, and this is Soundjack and Alyssa signing off.